your love, hold me captive in my lust. Glassy feel the blue, golden stream of light, what it's like to dance with you. We're holding off the night. Underneath the crystal ball, midnight blue, knew the night she had to fall, dancing shadows, glassy feel the blue, golden stream of light, what it's like to dance with you. We're holding off the night.
We're down in the McKinley shop and we're going to use some of our beeswax that we harvested this year to turn into lip balm, salve, and lotion. So what we have here is a tray of cap that we cut off of our frames. This has been cleaned up by the bees. We set it out for about 3 days. And the bees just went to work on it, cleaned out all the honey that was left in it, and now we're just left with this nice dry wax that will melt down and turn into this. So this is a chunk of rendered wax. So we'll show the process of melting this down and then how it becomes this chunk of wax. Okay, we have our pot of water heating up. It's important to use a double boiler. So I have a mock double boiler with a canning lid with my glass measuring cup sitting on that. Got that on a burner and heating that water up. While that's heating up, I'm going to shave some wax. Whatever utensils you're using, they have to be designated for the wax production because they'll never be the same again. Just a standard cheese grater that we're grating wax. It'll melt a lot faster if it's grated. It's kind of a tedious process, but satisfying as well. We've got designated measuring spoons, designated pot. My glass measuring cup will never enter my kitchen again. Once you have all your supplies, then you're good to go. Since we only need a couple tablespoons of the wax, well, that's a nice light colored wax. That's what we want. Well, I definitely have a couple tablespoons here, so I think that's all we have to grate for now. We have 1/2 ounce of beeswax in here, melting. And then we need to add 6 tablespoons of infused oil. Here's my trusty sidekick, my father. He lets us use his shop for these things. He's the beekeeper. We're using his wax. This is our first year. I don't have my wax rendered, so it's not ready to use in lip balm and lotions, but eventually. But I did infuse some oil. So this is calendula infused coconut oil. That was a 4-week process of drying the calendula flowers and soaking them in this oil for 4 weeks and then filtering it. And then I have calendula infused olive oil. We also have grapeseed oil. So all 3 of these oils will be used in the process of making the salves and lotions. And we're still trying to decide what oils we want to use in the lip balm. We have beeswax melting. I've got shea butter in there. That was 2 tablespoons of shea butter. And now I'm doing 4 tablespoons of my infused coconut oil. I planted calendula flowers in my garden just to have a pretty garden border, not even realizing that it is a major ingredient in skincare products. So I was quite excited that I already had a flower I could use in my infused oil. All right, that's 4 tablespoons of the coconut oil. And now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the infused olive oil. Calendula is supposed to be good for dry skin in particular, which I'm excited about. Winter wreaks havoc on skin. There it is. We'll get that all melted down, and then we get to add whatever essential oil we want to add for the scent that we want. And then it's ready to fill the tubes. It's really not that hard. It's just a process of melting things down. Beeswax takes a while to melt, and that's where shaving it really helps it to melt faster rather than just putting in a big chunk. So while we're waiting for this to melt, which it's getting there, won't take long at all. This is my wax from my own hives, my husband's hives. Geezer bees. This is the first rendering that I did. This is when I poured the caps into the water and the wax floated to the top. This is what I ended up with. We do a second rendering now where all this brown will get cleaned up and filtered out, and we'll end up with beautiful pure wax. Might have to do a third rendering, we'll have to see, but eventually it'll be good for making our lotions. All right, testing the consistency. It's all melted, so I'm going to put a little bit on this spoon and we'll take it out. Since we live in Indiana, we can take it out where it's cold. It should harden up fairly quickly. And this will determine if we need to add more oil or more beeswax. It's getting harder. Wow, look at that. Doesn't take long, not in this weather. Question is it good for lip balm? Ooh, that feels nice. That feels real nice on the lips. Oh, I like that. We are ready. We use just a child's medicine dropper. Fill it up just like a little mini turkey baster. And just fill the little holes. We're doing a lemon scented. So we put 14 drops of lemon essential oil in. Should smell real nice. We're happy with the consistency. Got my trusty assistant here helping with this project. Well, we'll see how many we end up with here. Now we have our lip balm is sitting there hardening, so let's move this aside. We're going to move on to a salve. A salve is used for dry skin, rashes, bug bites, burns, cuts, and scrapes. So it's really a multi-purpose skin care product. Our batch is going to use 4 tablespoons of my infused olive oil, 2 tablespoons of the infused coconut oil, and 2 tablespoons of grapeseed oil. So that is all going to go back in my double boiler. And then we add some shea butter to that. We can add a flavor, a scent if we so desire. I'm thinking orange. All right, 4 of olive oil, 4 tablespoons, which is 1/4 cup. So there is the infused olive oil. This is a precious commodity because this is all I have. When it's gone until spring or next summer when I can make some more. Next will be the coconut oil. Let's see here. I guess I'll do the grapeseed oil since I've got this. It's in liquid form. 1, 2. 2 of those. 2 of the coconut. The coconut is pretty soft, but it's still slightly solid, so in retrospect, I should have put it in a different jar that was easier to get out of. You learn things along the way. This is our first time making a lot of this stuff, so we're experimenting. All right, 4 tablespoons of our beeswax, 1 ounce of shea butter. Okay, we got all the ingredients in here for the salve. I'm just waiting for everything to melt. The beeswax ended up hardening again a little bit when we added the room temperature oil. It doesn't take much for beeswax to start hardening again, and it takes a long time to melt it. The salve is melted down. It's fogging up my camera. I have put in 20 drops of orange essential oil. I'm going to be pouring it into these baby food jars. These are just gifts for our family, so these baby food jars will be fine for that. Isn't that gorgeous? Looks like we're going to get about three jars. 3 jars of salve. And there you have it. Isn't that gorgeous? With that calendula infused oil, because the calendula flowers are yellow and orange. They're in the marigold family. Makes beautiful oil. Or beautiful salve, rather. So we're going to move on to rendering some more wax. And we're going to try some candles. So I have my first rendering of wax in here, getting ready to do a second rendering. And that will take a long time to melt that. My dad over here has my caps. He put my caps down in this little mock double boiler. So we'll run that, once it's all melted, we'll run it through a cheesecloth. And this box of caps was very nice looking. The whiter the wax, the nicer it is. So
Purer.
the white wax makes really nice candles. So that's why we saved the purest wax for the candles. So we'll check in later because this is all going to take a while. My salve, you can see it's already starting to harden on the bottom of the jars. So as that cools, that's going to be real nice, just real nice. Okay, we are ready to pour the melted wax through the cheesecloth.
The caps.
Yeah, this is the caps. But isn't that wax?
Yes.
It's all melted, but it's very dirty. I'm going to pour it into this strainer. Its second rendering. Looks like it's straining quite well. Put that back in the water. And this cheesecloth just lifts out of the strainer like so. And we'll pour this back in. It's very hot, so we're going to need my dad's fancy pliers. All right, I've got that poured back in there. Wow, that looks so much cleaner. So I think if I filter it one more time through the cheesecloth, it should be good to go. Want to make sure we don't overflow here.
Looks like it's going through good. It's hot. And there's one of the things I don't think I had, was it hot enough? You can fill that in fuller. You aren't going to have enough room, are you?
I kind of like these smaller ones. I'm going to do, doesn't really matter, I guess, but oh, this looks nice. Look how cleaned up that is.
Yeah.
Enough for one more, I think.
Just right.
Yep. And it gives Lynn one more fire starter.
Yep.
Wow, that looks real nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what's going on at McKinley Station.
The beeswax ended up hardening again a little bit when we added the room temperature oil. It doesn't take much for beeswax to start hardening again, and it takes a long time to melt it.
You think it's about making beeswax, but actually it's about making videos.
Well, we have our lip balm. Where'd it go, Dad?
In the back of the truck.
Oh, you're hardening it off.
Yeah.
We have our lip balm made, and now we're working on salve.
Cool. Well, who
If
would've
this
thought?
is a polo, I'm giving away my Christmas presents.
No, this is just a video. It's an ancillary video.
Are we gonna try making a candle, Dad?
That's
In my fancy,
up to you. We have plenty of wax.
I have a fancy candle holder with
Oh yeah, that's obvious. You got beeswax and you got a candle
Yeah.
with a bee on it.
I saw this at Hobby Lobby and thought I
It
had to
doesn't
have
take
that.
very long for this to set up.
Wow.
So that's chapstick.
Yes.
Yep.
It's lemon
And there's the
flavor.
colors. Oh wow. We didn't have enough yellow, so we made pink lemon.
Pink lemon.
Oh yeah, to get
It's
the
kind of like a pink grapefruit.
pink color. Perhaps you feel the blue, golden stream of light. What it's like to dance with you.